This is the Happy Diabetic Kitchen podcast. In this episode, we hear from some of my very good friends in the diabetic community who will share their personal goals, their recipes for a new year. So get ready. We're stepping into the new year together, exploring ideas for a happy, healthy lifestyle way of eating. This episode of the Happy Diabetic Kitchen podcast is sponsored by my diabetes supplier, US Med. US Med offers free shipping and a 90-day supply with every order. To see how they can simplify your diabetes care, call 1-877-840-8218. I did, and I can feel the love. Remember, there is a much better solution, US Med. Hello everyone, I am Chef Robert Lewis, the Happy Diabetic, and welcome to the internet's most delicious cooking podcast. I'm here in the kitchen getting ready to explore a healthy diabetic lifestyle. I want to take the mystery out of healthy cooking and explore some amazing foods and my diabetic journey with my successes and my challenges. Let me help you live your best happy diabetic lifestyle. So welcome to the kitchen, and if you're new to the show, I'm happy you're here. And with me, always in the kitchen, is my son Jason, engineer, producer of the podcast. This week, he is on special assignment. So if you're ready to go, let's get cooking. Welcome everybody. Welcome back to episode 61. I am so happy that you're here and so proud of the work we've been able to accomplish on these many episodes together as we spend time learning how to eat a healthier, happier lifestyle way of eating and living. And I'm excited that you're here, and thank you all for the support that you've given us over the many years that we've been together. So excited for this New Year's podcast. We've got some great guests, but I want to leave you with this thought before we get going. Just remember, we will always be better forward together. Now, today in the kitchen, it's into a new year with a lifestyle way of eating, kind of my recipe for a lifestyle. So, a New Year's resolution is a tradition most common in the Western world, but also found in Eastern Europe, in which a person resolves to continue good practices, change an undesired trait or behavior, or accomplish a personal goal, or otherwise improve their behaviors at the beginning of a calendar year. We've all made resolutions before. Some we've kept, some we've struggled. But I'd like to suggest that we start this year with a revolution of ideas. Not a revolt, but let's have a brand new thought, a revolution of ways of eating and living healthy together. Today, we're going to hear from my friends who live in the diabetic world. Authors, mothers, daughters, doctors, motivational speakers, influencers, many that have been on my podcast and many that will be in my podcast as an interview in the year 2023. Recipe of the podcast, this episode will be my amazing and easy vegetarian chili. You probably know some people that are vegetarians. I have a granddaughter that's a vegetarian, Junia Charlotte. This is amazing. It's easy, it's simple, and it's chili, but vegetarian style. So good, so healthy. I can't wait to share the recipe with you. So if you're ready, let's get to the kitchen and start cooking. Okay, welcome back everybody. We're in the kitchen with my amazing and easy vegetarian chili. You're going to find this recipe at happydiabetic.com. Go to the blog and search chili, and you will absolutely find it. But let's just go over the recipe and talk about the amazing ingredients and how simple this is. I mean, chili is so easy to make, but it can be a little intimidating. But for me, you pretty much throw whatever you want into the pot or an instant pot, and it'll be great. I've even added some leftover salsa. It was amazing. Colorful, not to mention delicious. So this recipe will serve about 8 servings. What's in it? You'll need some vegetable oil, some chopped onions, chopped carrots, some minced garlic, chopped green bell peppers, chopped red bell peppers, about 3/4 cup of chopped celery, chili powder, some fresh mushrooms, 28-ounce can of whole peeled tomatoes with the liquid, kidney beans, 1 can with the liquid, 1 can of whole kernel corn undrained, again with the liquid, some ground cumin, dried oregano, dried basil, and either some sugar, which I like to use for a little sweetness, or a little bit of honey. Either way. But basically, here's how you put it together. You heat the oil in a large pan over medium heat. Now, I like to use my Instant Pot. And if you need some more tips on Instant Pot cooking, go to my contact link. I'd love to tell you what I know about it. So I will turn my sauce pot over a medium-high or my Instant Pot on saute mode. When it gets hot, I'll saute the onions, carrots, garlic until tender. I'm going to stir in the green pepper, red pepper, celery, and chili powder. Toast the spices a little bit. Basically, I want to cook it until the vegetables are tender. About 6 minutes should do it. Then, I'm in an Instant Pot, I'm going to go 15 minutes on full pressure with a natural release of 5. But otherwise, stir in your mushrooms, cook for 4 more minutes, stir in the tomatoes, kidney beans, corn, season with cumin, oregano, basil, bring it to a boil, and reduce the heat to medium. Cover for about 20 to 30 minutes, stirring occasionally, and that's it. All of the delicious flavors will come together. And again, if you're cooking this in an Instant Pot, after your vegetables are sauteed and all the other ingredients, hit the lid, make sure you have the steam jacket securely tightened and the steam valve off, and I'm going to cook it at high pressure for about 15 minutes. And then about a natural release for 2 to 3 to 4 minutes, maybe 5. And then away we go, and it will be delicious. Now, if you like your chili thicker, you can always take a little cold water and about a tablespoon of water and a tablespoon of cornstarch, mix it up together, and then add that to your chili, and that'll give it a nice thickness. That's it. That is my simple, amazing, and easy vegetarian chili. So I hope you enjoy. Head over to my website. It's on the blog. Just do a search for chili and you will find it. All right, we'll be right back with the recipe for a healthy and happy 2023. Stay tuned. Okay, everyone, it's time to gather your thoughts, journals, and goals for a New Year's refresh. As someone who's trying to live my best diabetic lifestyle, New Year's is an opportunity to reset, regroup, and revitalize. I like to think about it this way. I've got a brand new book with 365 empty pages. How am I going to write it? What am I going to fill in? What's it going to be like? I want to have a revolution of goals and ideas, not a revolt. Keep an open mind. Stay open to possibilities of trying something new. Well, with that said, it's best to get a head start on the New Year's resolutions now. I do know this, it's just not going to happen by itself. But if you stand firm and actually stick to your resolutions, you will have a much better chance of making those goals come to life. So whether you want to get back on that fitness grind, sharpen certain skills, or be more productive, or live your best happy diabetic lifestyle, you can make it happen. This I know. So today in our podcast, I've invited some amazing folks who are friends, family. They live in the diabetic space. They're motivational speakers. They're doctors, people that I trust, people that I respect, and people that I love to tell you about their list of the top New Year's resolutions to give you inspiration for 2023. And you know what? I think it's going to inspire you. So our first guest is Jana Smolinski. And if you remember Jana from episode 53, Raising a Child with Diabetes, an interview with Jana Smolinski. Jana is a school teacher, a mom who raised a type 1 diabetic. Annie, her daughter, was diagnosed at age 5. Jana has a lot of wisdom to share about how to support a small child in growing up with the disease. If you haven't heard that podcast, check it out. That's episode 53. Okay, Jana, take it away.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jana, and one of my resolutions for 2023 is to make sure that I eat something green every day, especially in the winter when all I really want to eat is chips and salsa. And the other thing is, if I can't get my workout in or a little exercise, then I'm also going to stretch. That is my goal. If I can't work out, at least I'm going to give a little 15, 20 minutes of my day to stretching. So, Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year to the Happy Diabetic.
Thank you, Jana. Appreciate it. And hey, everybody, how about the rooster in the back? Jana and her family, they raise chickens. So how awesome is that? Our next guest on the podcast is my good friend Max. You may know him as Mr. Divabetic, the fruit suit clad man about town. He's the resident master of ceremonies and happy healthcare anchor on Diva Talk Radio, a podcast channel featuring diabetes education, edutainment, and information. When he reappears from the studio booth, he sheds his pineapple and watermelon jacket and he transforms into the mild-mannered, yet super passionate Max Sadek. Max is the founder and executive director of Divabetic and a WeGo Health Activist Award nominee. Inspired by his former boss, Luther Vandross, who suffered in silence with his diabetes. Max founded Divabetic to encourage women and their families to accept a diabetes diagnosis boldly with what Max says, a glamour, fearless attitude. So Max, take it away, brother.
Happy holidays! This is Max Zadek, better known as Mr. Divabetic, and my healthy resolution for 2023 is to drink water first. That means every time I'm thirsty, I'm going to have some water before I have a glass of juice, some coffee, tea, or even an alcoholic beverage. I just want to make sure I'm drinking more water and staying hydrated all day long.
Thank you, Max. Now, all the guests that have social media, websites, I'm going to post it in the show notes. But I want to leave you with one thing that Max has certainly laid on my heart, and this is really his battle cry. Max says, I'm on a mission to change attitudes in those affected by diabetes to stay healthy and upbeat about their care so they continue to enjoy the glamorous life. Thank you, Max. Okay, everybody, our next guest, Janice Baker. You'll remember Janice from episode 25, Interview with a Dietitian. She's a dietitian, diabetic educator, an expert in the diabetic space. So thank you, Janice, for being on the show. Take it away.
Hey, happy holiday season and happy new year from Janice Baker, registered dietitian, nutritionist, and certified diabetes care and education specialist. So I want to wish you a great, healthy new year. Remember, one of the best things you can do for yourself is enjoy all the delicious foods without a side dish of shame and guilt. Enjoy foods regularly and sufficiently throughout the day. Add in plenty of wonderful fruits and vegetables as you're able to, along with all the beautiful foods that you can enjoy. There are no bad foods. There's no good foods. Eating something does not make you bad or good. Enjoy everything without guilt or shame. And move your body, rest your body, hydrate your body. That's a big part of what health is all about. Have a great year.
Our next guest on the podcast is Kim Stewart, author extraordinaire. She holds a degree from St. Olaf College and the University of Iowa. She learned lots of interesting things at these fine institutions, none of which prepared her for the lethal cocktail of parenthood and writing. Stewart is the author of 8 published novels, including the Heidi Elliott series, Act Two, Stretch Marks, Operation Bonnet, Sugar, and Heartland. She's a frequent public speaker and is passionate about helping others live great stories. Kimberly lives, plays, works in Des Moines. She has an amazing family where she makes her home with one forgiving husband, 3 wily kids, and a black schnauzer named Scout. All right, Kim, take it away.
Hi there, my name is Kim Stewart. I am the #1 fan of Happy Diabetic Chef Robert Lewis, and my hope for a happy, healthy 2023 is that I get out into the snow more often. I live in an unforgiving climate, and I need to just wear more mittens, more hats, and get out there and go for a walk.
All right, thank you, Kim. I love the exercise component of living healthy in the new year. Okay, our next guest is Dr. Bill Polonsky. Bill is an associate clinical professor in psychiatry at the University of California, San Diego. He received his PhD in clinical psychology from Yale and has served as a senior psychologist at the Joslin Diabetes Center in Boston. He's a faculty member at Harvard Medical School and chairman of the National Certification Board of Diabetic Educators. A good friend. We worked closely together at an organization in San Diego called TCOYD, Taking Control of Your Diabetes. So, Bill, thanks for being on the show. Take it away.
Hi, my name is Bill Polonsky. I'm a diabetes psychologist here in San Diego, where I'm president of the Behavioral Diabetes Institute, and on the faculty here at the University of California at San Diego. And my New Year's resolution is to try and do a better job of getting better connected with old friends and new friends. It's just too easy to get isolated as you get older and as you have a job like mine. And I know wonderful people all over this country, like Chef Robert. I don't get to talk to them much or see them enough. So I'm going to do better to reach out, stay connected, do things together. I know that'll be good for myself and probably, if I'm a decent human being, good for my friends as well. So that's what I'm going to do. Thanks.
So I know this is hard to believe, but I recently signed up for Medicare. Now, what about my Libre 2 system from Abbott? As my pharmacy was trying to figure it all out, all the complicated paperwork, I was getting a little frustrated, and quite honestly, so were they. So I called US Med to see if there was a better way. And guess what? There is. Their motto is better service, better care. It's what they call white glove service. I was worn out by having to make multiple trips to the pharmacy, only to discover the orders were not even ready. Long lines, or they would say, we need to call your doctor. We need to get confirmation for the refill. It went back and forth and back and forth. And after about 2 weeks of this, I absolutely had it. I would reach out to the pharmacy and they would say, the doc never called us back, or they never followed up. That's the thing I hated the most. So, my recommendation, head over to usmed.com/happy diabetic. Are you ready for US Med to always provide you 90 days worth of supplies with fast, free shipping? Yes, free shipping. Look, they carry everything from insulin pumps to diabetic testing supplies to the latest CGMs, the Freestyle Libre 2 and 3, and the Dexcom G6. You know my love for the Libre 2 system, and US Med is the #1 distributor for the Libre 2 systems nationwide. Look, if you're just starting with Medicare like me, US Med should be your very next call. They accept Medicare nationwide and a broad private insurance coverage with over 800, that's right, 800 private insurers, plus an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. If you're looking for supplies from everything from insulin pumps to diabetes testing supplies to the latest CGMs, and you're looking for better service, easier service, delivered right to your door, free shipping, US Med is who you should be getting a hold of. Dial this number right now. Well, why don't you wait till the podcast is over? 888-885-0012, or simply go to usmed.com/happy diabetic. Don't wait any longer. Oh, wait a second. I think that's my doorbell. I think that's US Med delivering my 90-day supply now. Call them or go to the website usmed.com/Happy Diabetic now. Again, don't wait any longer. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Our next guest on the podcast is Annie Smolinski from episode 52. Diabetes does not need to define you. Interview with Annie Smolinski, a type 1 rock star. Okay, Annie, take it away.
Hi, my name is Annie, and one of my resolutions for 2023 is to not pick up my phone first thing in the morning. I'd really like to create habits of purpose. I read a book about that.
Next up on the podcast is Cindy Lewis, my wife, and my partner of over 42 years. Cindy has been what I like to call a type 3 diabetic. She's been my support, my helper, my supporter, my diabetic champion since my diagnosis in 1998. And Cindy, let's hear about your goals.
Hi, Robert. It's your wife, Cindy. My New Year's resolution is to work with you in partnership to be better with my exercise plan. I think you and I both are careful eaters, and I think we do a lot of other healthy habits. But in the winter, it's been harder for us to find time to exercise. I think we can't get out with our bikes like we normally would in the spring and summer and fall. So just finding ways to be more physically active is my New Year's resolution.
Okay, everybody out there, lastly, it's my turn. My resolutions. Pump a little iron, build some muscle mass. We love to bike, and that's great cardio exercise. But during the winter, I want to switch things up a little this year with some modest but achievable weight lifting goals. Resistance training to tone up my muscles isn't just about building muscles. It also helps with muscle mass, and weight loss is now recommended to almost everyone, no matter their size or age. It's also particularly good for people with diabetes because it helps improve insulin sensitivity and glycemic control. Joining a gym is great, but you can lift light weights at home with simple handheld style dumbbells you can buy at Target, Walmart, or even some body weight exercises like push-ups and chair lifts. I also set up a bike in my basement to ride. I'm thinking 10 to 15 minutes a day. My goal is to feel better, to gain flexibility, and toned muscle mass. Be sure to follow me on all my social links. You'll find them all at happydiabetic.com. Just look for the links on the top right-hand side of the page. And if you have any questions, simply go to my website, hit the contact link, and I would love to answer any and all questions you might have. And who knows, your question may even become a part of the show. Our podcast is produced and engineered by Jason Lewis. Our theme music by the Happy Diabetic Kitchen Band. And of course, our kitchen mascots, Scout and Tucker. And by the way, Tucker's favorite food of choice would be Imes Senior, and Scout something chunky with gravy. Hey, I want to thank all my guests today on the podcast. Just remember, I appreciate you, I love you, and I'm going to stay in touch more this year also. Thanks for tuning in, and let me leave you with this thought. Ina Garten once said, cooking is one of the greatest gifts you can give to those you love. Okay, everyone, so long for now, and remember, no one loves you more than me. Have an amazing 2023. See you next time.